Hey, it's Paul Jang, and today we're going to be talking about investing in land for beginners. What are the dangers, right, that you need to look out for? There will be 5 that we're going to give you today. And so the first one we're going to give you is not getting training, right? Not leveraging some kind of online course or coaching. Whenever you do it yourself, you will make mistakes. And so if you're able to leverage the experiences of other people and avoid those mistakes, you could just press forward longer. This is the mistake that I did. Like, even me, I had to buy a smaller course to kind of help me understand the business a little bit better. Like, the course that I got wasn't that great. It was outdated, and I spent way too much time figuring this out on my own. I spent 2 years and a bunch of time and opportunity wasted, not doing things quicker. That would be the first danger. The second danger is not having some kind of strategy in place. You're gonna have to consider, are you gonna go for cash deals or are you gonna go for owner financing deals? Where are you gonna get your funding from, right? And each of those parts are different strategies, right? If you have the cash up front, good beans to you, right? You're still gonna have to figure out how you're gonna go through this cash deal process. Where are you gonna find your deals? That's true for cash and owner financing. But then after you do that, are you gonna go with a title company? Well, then should you be, working on, higher price inventory? Maybe, but that's also riskier. If you go with the lower, cheaper ones, the title company and the attorney will eat into your profits. So is that good? I'm not sure. If you do owner finance deals, you're gonna have to get all this paperwork done. You have to kind of play with at what price point does it make sense to do more cash deals? At what price point is it better to do owner financing deals? And how does that all work? Where's the paperwork go? Who do I go to for this? You don't have the funding. How do I set up these deals up so that hey, we're gonna come out all right? So there's a lot of strategy that you could play in with the land investing world, but you need to come up with a strategy, so some kind of game plan in place. The third danger for beginners is not checking title and who owns the property. If you've watched some of the other videos I have on land investing, you will find people trying to sell you land that they don't own, right? And this happens all the time, and it usually happens like this. Mom and dad own it, but they passed away. Now I have the rights, I have the will or whatever, and I'm gonna sell the land to you. They don't realize they have to go through probate or some kind of process. A will is not something that transfers property over to someone else. It's not, right? A will just says hey, this person's gonna get this person's gonna get this, in case there's dispute. In most cases, I found there's no real dispute, but you still have to go through probate, and it's pretty expensive. For the most part, property needs to go through probate, and you will find people that don't own the property trying to sell it to you. I just had a recent example, right? And this wasn't even in the family. Basically, the property was put in a trust, right? And a trust is a vehicle used for retirements, right? Not retirements. After someone passes away, that they could transfer property over to someone else or assets to another person. And usually a trustee will be the person that controls that. I had someone give the property into a trust, and the trustee was someone not in the family. I'm assuming it was a close friend or something like that. But they were trying to sell me the land, but there were issues with the trust being transferred over, if she was really the trust. I didn't really understand the story, but ultimately she didn't own the property because that property didn't have her name on it, and it didn't have that trust name on it, right? So she's going around saying that the property was put in a trust, right? It might have been someone might have literally written out a trust document and put the property in there, but it wasn't recorded with the county. So we don't even know if she really owns it or not. But basically what I'm saying is you need to check the title. And if you're not, it's dangerous because you don't really know if the person that's selling the land really is the owner. That's basically my point. Number 4, you're not checking the back taxes and other liens. You know, with land, you will find that most banks don't lend on these assets, and it's because like people don't generally just live on land. You need to like develop it or do something with it, and if you're not developing it, it's too easy for you to like run away and, you know, stop paying them. Banks don't like to do it, and it's also like a smaller profit margin because the prices are lower. So you won't generally find mortgages. A lot of times you'll just see on land back taxes if there are liens, but you want to check just to be sure if there was ever a mortgage or something like that. But you definitely need to check on the back taxes, because whenever you purchase it, those back taxes will be transferred over to you, and you just need to make sure that your profit margins are still there. Just make sure you check on those liens, and you can do that just by calling the county. Right? Depending on the county, it's going to be your tax assessor or tax treasurer. You can call them with a parcel number on the property, and usually they'll be able to tell you. Let me just say this one tidbit before I go to the next point. Basically, this kind of goes to the other point about like people that don't own the property trying to sell you the property. Mom died, daughter had it. Daughter thought she had it because she's the daughter, right? And she had some kind of will, or like mom's like heart plea, it's gonna be given to her, right? She started paying the property taxes, right, to the government and to the county. The county put it under her name, right? And said like, oh, like this person's paying the property taxes, like cool, let's send her, you know, the bill next year, right? So she thought she's been paying it for years, but you know, come to know, like, you know, after checking it, she doesn't even own the property, right? She's just paying the property taxes on it. That's like the crazy stuff you'll find. So you just need to like make sure you do your due diligence. So this is the fifth point. Make sure that you have all your paperwork and it's ready. Be a professional. Whenever someone's selling you their land, or whenever you're gonna sell it to someone else, like they expect you to have your stuff in order. So like have your purchase agreements, your contracts, your letters, your deeds, your notes, like all that stuff should be in order, right? And standardized, right? So when you send it out, you're sending it out with an e-doc or you know, a PDF of some sort. An e-signature you can use is like DocuSign. I use HelloSign because it's like cheaper. Just have your paperwork ready and ready to go. Okay, so that's it, y'all. If you have any questions, put them in the comment below, and any future videos you might want to see. If you're interested in multiple streams of income, you know, I have a slight bent with that land investing world, right, and a little bit of real estate. But if you're interested in all that, like, you know, subscribe, like this video. It helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And take care. Hope to see you around for the other videos.